you, because most labels nowadays, they want something that's already established that they can just kind of get behind,
Right.
and push forward. They don't want to start. They don't want to start anything brand new.
Right. They want a product. They want something they know has a demographic already, that they know they're going to put, thousands of dollars behind it, and then you guys are just going to fade away. They want to see a work ethic, which is understandable these days, the way the music industry is. It's definitely hard. I mean, I know a lot of musicians who, have to do other jobs, like you do in Rock of Ages, and I know Virus from the band Dope. He's working doing Rock of Ages on a cruise ship. I mean, it's you gotta do other work. So how did you get involved in that? Is it because you were in Vegas and?
No, actually, after I was done with Manson, I think I did a little tour with 16 Volt, and then after that, a buddy of mine called me and said that the Rock of Ages tour needed a bass player, and I was like, all right, I've never done anything like this before. So I ended up doing the tour, I think for maybe a year and a half, maybe a little less than that. And so while we were touring, a different production of Rock of Ages was coming to Vegas as like a sit down, and I was like, well, actually the whole band, the whole Rock of Ages band, we were like, let's try that. Get off the road for a little bit and just go and hang out in Vegas and play Rock of Ages every night.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be good where you could still play every night. You're still playing live and all of that. So, I mean, how has it been as an experience so far? I mean, is it something you're going to continue to do, or is this show just a limited time?
Well, as far as the show, it's open-ended, so it just kind of continues on. We've been here for 2.5 years or something.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, so we've been here a while. But no, I mean, I'll keep doing this show until it closes, because the band gets along really well. I have, they're like some of my best friends, and we get to go into work for 2 hours a night, play our guitars, and then that's it. Do whatever we want. We all have pretty nice houses, and I have a nice studio, and I can write, record, and do the things I want to do, and this show provides me that. So
it gives you that freedom.
Yeah, and another thing too is I have subs that can do the show. So if I ever wanted to go out and do like a little tour or something for like a month or so, they'd let me do that, which is awesome. So
yeah, because working a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, you don't get those opportunities. I mean, I fortunately, when I was still in New York and I was doing it, my job understood that was part of my life, and they let me just do it. Not everybody gets that chance. So without that job, I would have never seen the world. I mean, I went on tours. I was able to leave for a month or two at a time, and they were like, have a good time, because the owner of that company, it was a family-owned company, and he always wanted to do that. He always wanted to be a touring musician, but he got wrapped up in the whole business world and making this big research and development company, and he understood. He's like, just go do it, man. And they wouldn't even dock my pay for it. I was still getting paychecks, so it couldn't get any better. But do you feel like it's a job, or are you still having fun doing this?
I mean, it's always that thing of like, when you have to make money somehow. So no matter what it is, everything's always a job.
Right.
So I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, any band I've ever been in, it's like after the first 3 or 4 weeks on tour, it feels like a job. But it's the best job I've ever had. I mean, I work for a couple hours a night. I play guitar, and the company's really great. So it's a job, but it's a great job.
Hey, I'm jealous of it. I wish I could go out there every night and fucking strap my guitar on and do that for a living. Unfortunately, I live in a area of Florida where there's nothing like that around here. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. And if there was, the competition for that type of job would be insane. It'd be brutal. But speaking of touring, do you have any plans of taking There Is No Us out on the road?
I mean, I would love to. We just have to kind of get our ducks in a row first. We need to release the record. I mean, hopefully maybe we can kind of like do a few more shows, kind of how we did this Let Live show, where, someone that we know in a band can just throw us on the show as like the opener or something like that, so that we can get a couple shows under our belt. I don't really want to just go play random shows for nobody.
Right.
So,
I understand that completely.
If we can get a couple like more opportunities, like the Let Live thing with some of our friends, I would like to do that first, and then maybe see. Maybe someone will throw us on their tour for a couple weeks or something like that.
I'm sure with the background you have, it makes it a lot easier to get these shows. I mean, I can't really see you just playing in the local pub down the block. I mean, so I would think any show is going to be a bigger deal than that. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I mean that's kind of what we're gonna, at least for now, kind of try to look and see if we can do stuff like that. But it's just scheduling and the opportunity and stuff like that. So we'll see.
I hear you. I mean, I'm sure being in Marilyn Manson, all of that. I mean, using that on, the former member of Marilyn Manson, Ashes Divide. I'm sure that'll help bring people to the show too. I mean, I was talking to one of my last guests who I became pretty good friends with. He's a big fan of Ashes Divide. He was so excited to know that you're coming on the show. Just from that, I mean, people love you for different reasons, and honestly, I was like, I had no idea you even liked those guys, and he was ecstatic over it. So, and then other friends were like, I can't believe you got this guy on the show. So, I mean, it definitely helps people like me, get a fan base, get people to listen to my show, gets people to come out and see you guys live and stuff like that. So, are you gonna bill yourself as like former member of Marilyn Manson or anything like that when you go out on the road or when you promote the CD, or are you just going to leave that, behind and try to just build the reputation for what you're doing now?
I guess it depends on what I'm trying to do with it. So, I mean, if it's a market where, it would help to say, the former Manson, then I would do it. I mean, I would use that, for sure, because it's something that I did, and it's not something that a lot of, people get to do. So I would absolutely do it if it was beneficial. If it didn't, if it's not going to do anything, I'm not just going to do it, just to do it. But
right.
It also depends on, how the promoter wants to do stuff, and so sometimes it's not even up to me. If they, if they want to promote it like that, they can. If they don't, then they don't have to. Right.
I mean, do you have like a personal manager who oversees these things, or do you handle all your own affairs as far as music business?
I handle everything right now, but I definitely want that to change eventually when we get a little more stuff under our belt, for sure. Because I'm literally dealing with everything from booking the shows to writing, recording the music, to making T-shirts, to artwork, to pictures, to everything. So it's
a lot of work.
A lot of work, right? It's a lot of work right now. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, then you're doing all these radio shows and talking to people like me. So I think the band's going to explode. I honestly think that. I don't even think that you have to mention Marilyn Manson. I don't think. I think that the music speaks for itself. I think the production quality is great. I think the songs are well written. I mean, I didn't get to absorb a lot of it under my belt, but from what I heard, I think this has a great chance of being a great success for you and being the next thing where you don't even need that, to be honest with you. So,
well, it's always better to play your own music, as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. I'm not a fan. I hate almost every cover song I hear. I think I like one or two here and there. Everybody tends to do the same cover songs anyway. I'm not saying I hate them completely, but when a lot of bands do the same song, You Spin Me Right Round, I'm an American Band. They just do the same songs over and over. Billy Idol songs. It's forever the same thing. Someone needs to come in and kick it in the ass, I think, a little bit. But I do think that this is going to be a great EP, and I can't wait to buy it from you. I mean, I definitely am going to add this to my collection. I want everybody out there to check it out. I played a brand new song from it that I don't think anybody else has even heard yet. So hopefully that'll bring some exposure to it. But I'm definitely behind you, man, with this one. Definitely, without a doubt. I got to see you on that tour, but you can't approach everybody, and not everybody's approachable at all these times. But if you ever do come to Florida, man, I'm coming to the show. So hopefully you're going to make it to St. Pete at the State Theater or something, or somewhere in Tampa, because I'll definitely be there, and I'll definitely help you promote and do whatever you got to do. So I know you're running close on time. I guess you probably got to go to work soon. We're 43 minutes in, so I don't want to hold you up too much longer. Tell us, my fans, and I'm on Stone Chrome Radio. I'm on rockmetaltalk.com. Tell them where we can find you so I can get these people to your site and check out your new music.
Cool, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So
I'll put up a link and everything to your show on our site and stuff like that to get people to listen. Cool.
So give us the Twitter, the Facebook, the website. Hit us with it. We'll get these people listening, and hopefully we'll get them to buy these CDs and support a great band that's out there.
So Facebook is just facebook.com/ThereIsNoUs, and the Twitter is @ThereIsNoUsBand. We're going to launch an Instagram pretty soon here, but we don't have one yet. But all the music and stuff like that you can get from Facebook, and it kind of just redirects you to Reverb Nation, which has the 2 songs up on it right now, and we'll probably add one more up there before we release the EP. But right now you can, if you go to the Facebook, you can hit the link. It'll take you to Reverb Nation, and you can actually download those first 2 for free.
Yeah, that's where I got them, so I encourage everybody to go there and check it out. I don't have quite as many listeners as I used to. I took some time off, so I'm building that back up now. My show, when I don't have guests on, is a little controversial, so I get that love-hate thing. So some people might hate me. They love me. They might not like you for being on my show. If they do, I apologize about that. But I do say what I feel, and I just hope people support this. I don't say that about every band. I'm a straight shooter when it comes to music. Why I like someone, why I don't like their music. So I think people will know that when I say this is some good stuff, they're gonna go